Hi, I'm Jessica Drummond with CustomHormoneHealing.com, and this is the third video in our three-part training series to teach you how to get your hormones back in balance again, how to start moving in that direction so you can quickly and easily lose the weight, come out from your brain fog, and get your energy back. So in the first two videos, we talked about the things you need to do to come out from that brain fog. We talked about getting off the stress sugar roller coaster so you can finally lose that belly fat. And third, I want to talk today about energy. Let's keep your energy nice and stable all day long. There are three key things we have to do that. The first is what I like to call creating your vision. So with every single one of my new private clients, and even in every single one of my group programs, we start by doing exercises to create our vision. And what this simply means, and you can start doing this at home, is to think about what you want your life to look like on a typical day. Are you doing those things, or are you doing the kind of work, are you living the kind of life that someone else wants you to be doing, or that you think you should be doing? One of my most wonderful clients, she was brilliant at her job, but she had a young son, and she really wasn't interested in working as hard at her job anymore. She didn't need to financially. Her husband was completely supportive. She had another opportunity that she could step into that would replace some of her income and would allow her to spend more time with her son. And that's really what she wanted to do. But she was afraid to let go of her identity in that role. She was feeling like she shouldn't leave her big job. She was good at it, and she had gone to a really prestigious women's college, and they said, you know, when you have the gift, when you have the privilege of getting this kind of education, that you need to use it. You need to go out and do big things in the world. But, you know, what we've learned as women is we don't have to do big, huge things in the world all the time. Or maybe you want to go out and do big, huge things in the world, and you feel like you're at home with your kids when you would rather spend more quality time with them and have someone watch them during the day while you go out and spend more time at work. Whatever it is for you, I want you to sit down and think about it. Because if you don't create your life actively, then you spend a lot of energy doing things that other people want you to do. And that's really hard on your hormones. It will literally cause you to gain weight, and it will zap your energy. So start with the vision. The second step, the second strategy that I use to help keep your energy stable is what we call eating a nutrient-dense diet. So nutrient-dense, we don't go on diets here at CustomHormoneHealing.com because diets, over time, the research literally shows that people who are never put on a diet, who go on a diet, lose a little weight, gain more back, and forever are heavier than they would have been had they not gone on the diet. But when I say nutrient-dense diet, what I mean is that every time you eat, you're thinking about feeding your hormones rather than thinking about all the stuff you can't have. So when you think diet, you usually think, oh, this is going to be so restrictive. I'm not going to be allowed to ever have a cookie again. No, you know, people who are on diets never eat pasta. You know, there's all this restriction, and it kind of freaks you out, and you don't want to ever again not be able to do something. So instead of thinking about all the things you have to take away, I want you to think about all of the things that you can add to your diet to enhance the nutrients that you need to literally build your hormones. So I think the low-fat craze was one of the worst things that could happen to women. Hormones are made from cholesterol. So if you don't eat any fat, if you're depriving yourself constantly of fat, number one, you're going to feel hungry all the time. And number two, you do not have the building blocks in your body to make hormones. So you need to add healthy fat. And one of the best ways to do this is to eat foods that taste good. Foods like avocado. So on your nutrient-dense diet, we're having things like guacamole. We're having toasted almonds in your salad. You're having salad dressing with the actual olive oil in it. No more low-fat salad dressing. I want you to go open your refrigerator right now and throw that stuff away. It's complete junk. Make salad dressing. There are 5 ingredients in salad dressing: olive oil, vinegar, mustard, salt, and pepper. Stir it up, salad dressing is done. I'll do a whole video on how to make salad dressing. It's so good and delicious. I want you to throw out all of that low-fat salad dressing. All right, so nutrient-dense, eat more fat. And the last tip for getting your energy up is I want you to start having a bedtime routine. Yes, even adults need a bedtime routine. And it starts with what I like to call your laptop curfew. I taught this little trick to one of my clinical mentors, Dr. Gottfried, Sarah Gottfried, and she loved it. You know, this is a great trick because we are on electronic devices, TVs, laptop, phones for many more hours than ever before in history. And it is wrecking our sleep. So this is what I do. I give myself an 8 p.m. laptop curfew every night. It's best if we get to bed by 10 p.m. and we can go into all that later in another blog video. But for now, I want you to pick a time that's roughly 2 hours before you would like to be asleep and give yourself a laptop curfew. Turn it off. Shut down your phone, turn off your computer, even turn off the television, and begin to establish a bedtime routine. Your body comes with all of these rhythms, and one of them is called the circadian rhythm. And it works best if you get to bed at roughly the same time every night, you wake up at roughly the same time every night, you expose yourself to darkness at night, you expose yourself to sunlight during the day. And we've actually lost touch with a lot of these simple connections with nature, and it's messing up our hormones. Our melatonin levels are too low, so we can't stay asleep all night. Our cortisol levels are too high, so we wake up in the middle of the night kind of jittery and our brain racing and can't go back to sleep. You might even be hungry in the middle of the night. You might even be hungry late at night. Instead, let's start a wind down practice. It's just as important as your morning routine that we talked about in the last video, so you can get good sleep. Good sleep feeds hormones. The adrenals heal. Those little tiny hormonal endocrine glands that we talked about that sit on top of the kidneys, those little glands heal every night, and they like to sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning. So give yourself a laptop curfew and a bedtime routine. I hope you enjoyed these 3 video trainings and you are taking the steps, doing the homework to start getting your hormones back in balance. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below or click reply to the email newsletter and send me an email and ask your question. We'll be happy to answer them in future blog videos. It was so great to be here with you. I'm Jessica Drummond from CustomHormoneHealing.com. Take care and have a great day.